What?
It was really hard. Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time.
You know those interviews where celebrities just drop the facade and say whatever's on their mind?
Season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
The ones that make you go, did they really just say that? Well, we're covering those today. This is a list of 20 brutally honest celebrity interviews.
And the worst is over.
Where the stars decided to keep it realer than anyone expected. Ricky Gervais. Let's start with the king of no filter, Ricky Gervais. Hosting the 2020 Golden Globes, he didn't just push boundaries, he went far away.
Lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro.
Standing in front of Hollywood's elite, Ricky called out everyone, actors, executives, even the whole award show culture. He joked about Jeffrey Epstein.
Season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Apple's questionable labor practices and the hypocrisy of celebrities using their platforms to lecture the world. He said, "You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg." On this remark, the room was a mix of awkward laughter and shocked silence. Some stars like Tom Hanks looked visibly uncomfortable.
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So.
Others, like Adam Driver, couldn't help but chuckle. Ricky knew exactly what he was doing, though. He ended the night by saying, "So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off." Mic drop.
Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Good night. Thank you. Please donate to Australia. Have a great time. Get drunk. Take your drugs.
Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence has always been refreshingly real, and her appearance on Hot Ones was something to watch out for. On that show, she was seen eating spicier wings while answering questions.
I actually feel better.
As the segment proceeds, the casual banter quickly turns into something hilarious and unfiltered.
And the worst is over.
Jennifer talked about everything, her awkward encounters with fans being way too clumsy for her own good, and the ridiculousness of fame. As the wings get spicier, her reactions get even funnier.
I don't know what to, nothing else.
I know. It's just gross.
By the time she's tearing up from the heat, she blurts out, "This is the worst day of my life." But she keeps going, swearing like a sailor and laughing through the chaos.
Oh, I have no hard feelings coming out June 23rd.
She even admitted that she cries in the shower sometimes because being a celebrity isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Kanye West. Kanye. The man. The myth. The moment. In his 2013 interview with Sway Calloway on Sway in the Morning, Kanye delivered one of the most infamous lines in pop culture history. "You ain't got the answers, Sway."
Anybody to do these things. You don't need Adidas if you want to do a new shoe.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because you need proper production to bring something of certain value. I mean, the thing is, put it like this.
What was the context? Well, Kanye was venting his frustrations about not being taken seriously in the fashion industry. He was upset about the lack of creative control and the systemic roadblocks he faced as an artist trying to branch out into other fields. What started as a calm conversation quickly escalated.
I'm curious about what you're saying. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you the questions.
Well, I'm going to explain to you what it is.
Okay, but you ain't got to turn up on me man to man, dog.
Kanye's passion took over, and his frustration boiled into that iconic outburst. Sway, trying to keep his composure, responded, "How, Sway? You don't have the answers either." It was fiery, unfiltered, and so Kanye, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. When Meghan Markle and Prince Harry sat down with Oprah in 2021, it wasn't just an interview, it was a cultural earthquake. The former royal couple didn't hold back as they lifted the curtain on their struggles within the monarchy. Meghan spoke about the lack of support she received, revealing that at one point, she was having serious mental health struggles and wasn't allowed to seek help.
This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could.
The couple claimed there were concerns and conversations within the royal family about the skin tone of their son Archie. Oprah's reaction was to die for. Her wide eyes and incredulous, "What?"
What?
It was really hard. Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time.
Became the stuff of memes. Harry also discussed the toll it took on their relationship with his family, saying they had to step back to protect their mental health. The whole interview was raw, emotional, and packed with bombshells.
Race, there was an opportunity, many opportunities, for my family to show some public support.
Shia LaBeouf. This conversation wasn't just an interview, it was a deep, emotional confession. In Real Ones, Shia LaBeouf sat down with his friend and Fury co-star Jon Bernthal and opened up like never before. He talked about hitting rock bottom, admitting to past mistakes, and finding a path toward healing.
In ways that I've spoken about before and in other ways too, probably, you know? And what I know love to be is selfless, loving action.
Shia revealed his struggles with addiction and mental health, admitting, "I've been on a journey of self-destruction for a long time."
I don't have nothing to offer her either, you know what I mean? I'm in the middle of my shit, you know? I'm like 2 months into this program, you know? I don't even have nothing.
What made this interview so powerful was Shia's brutal honesty. He owned up to his behavior without making excuses and talked about how his daughter's birth changed his perspective on life. John's empathetic approach created a safe space, leading to one of the most candid and heartfelt celebrity interviews ever. Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is known for his fiery personality, so it's no surprise that his appearance on Hot Ones was iconic. As the wings got hotter and hotter, Gordon's reactions were exactly what you'd expect, hilariously over the top.
Most harrowing experience for me would be sat underneath those 2.5-meter fucking bull sharks in Costa Rica.
He came prepared with a bag full of items to combat the spice, including donuts, lime juice, and even Pepto-Bismol. Between bites, he let loose with his signature colorful language, swearing up a storm and critiquing the wings like they were dishes in Hell's Kitchen.
Story that stands out?
I think of some of the earlier kids now, back on season 1. Yeah, they're into the 18, 19.
But it wasn't all comedy. Gordon also shared stories from his life, including his rise in the culinary world and the importance of perseverance. The mix of raw humor and genuine insight made this one of the most entertaining episodes in Hot Ones history. Tom Cruise. You cannot make a list of brutally honest celebrity moments without this iconic one. Back in 2005, Tom Cruise appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in what was supposed to be a regular promotional interview for his upcoming projects. Instead, what we got was one of the most memorable moments in TV history. Why was that?
First of all, thanks for coming to my Legends Ball with Katie. Was that the best? Fun? Was that? Yes! What has happened to you?
Because Tom decided to fully embrace his love for then-girlfriend Katie Holmes, and we mean fully. Tom didn't just say he was in love, he showed it.
I'm in love. No, they're literally on the edge of their seats. They're like...
Mid-interview, he literally jumped on Oprah's couch, pumping his fists and grinning like a love-struck teenager.
You behaved this way before.
I know.
Have you ever felt this way before? You're gone. You are gone.
I'm in love, he yelled as Oprah tried to keep up with his wild energy. At one point, he even dropped to his knees to express just how over the moon he was.
I'm in love. I've never seen you like that!
The audience was shocked, confused, and cheering all at once. Some found the moment sweet and passionate, while others labeled it cringy and borderline. Either way, it became one of the most parodied and talked about moments in pop culture. Madonna. When Madonna appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman in 1994, it wasn't just an interview, it was a full-blown spectacle. From the moment she walked on stage, it was clear she came ready to provoke.
I gave them to you for a reason.
Let's see what I'm doing at my house right now.
No.
I'll take care of that later. It's a lovely.
Come on.
In a single sitting, she dropped 14 F-bombs, handed Letterman her underwear, and openly mocked his questions. The vibe was somewhere between hilarious, awkward, and outright chaotic.
As we all know, I have none of my own.
Well,
One of the most memorable moments was when Madonna bluntly asked the audience, "Why are you so obsessed with my sex life?" Her unfiltered comments left Letterman visibly uncomfortable.
next game. Don't get excited.
Oh, come on. Let's go kiss the guy in the audience. Why don't you go kiss the guy in the
Why are you
audience?
so obsessed with my sex life?
Critics and fans alike were split on whether the interview was iconic or inappropriate. But there's no denying it cemented its place in pop culture history. Madonna later claimed it was all in good fun, though it left many wondering whether it was calculated or just pure Madonna being Madonna. Cardi B. Cardi B, she's the definition of unfiltered. Seriously, if there's anyone who brings pure, raw honesty to the table, it's her. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight, whether it was as a rapper, reality TV star, or just being herself on social media, Cardi has never been shy about sharing exactly what's on her mind.
It wasn't good to be disruptive.
Yeah.
But you were a good student, I heard.
On things that I liked, yes, like I was really good in history.
Her interviews, well, oh, they're legendary. She's the kind of person who will tell you exactly how she feels, even if it's messy or controversial. But that's what people love about her. She doesn't try to be anything other than herself. Cardi is all about embracing her flaws, her past, and her journey, and that authenticity resonates with her audience in a way that's rare in the celebrity world. Cardi's journey from stripping to becoming a rap superstar is one of the most inspiring yet honest success stories. But she doesn't gloss over the struggles. She talks openly about her past, about how she used to work as a stripper in New York City, and the challenges she faced along the way.
But I just gave up on my dream because it's like, I felt like, music is not paying my bills.
Right. So, and that's when you became a stripper?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the most shocking moments was when she admitted in an interview that she used to drug and rob men to survive before she got her big break in the music industry. Will Smith. Will Smith, well, he has always been the guy who seems to have it all figured out, right? But in recent years, he's gotten a lot more real with the world, and it's been refreshing. Will is known for his charm, his humor, and of course, his massive success as an actor, producer, and all-around good guy. But what really makes him stand out in interviews now is how open and honest he's been about his life, warts and all.
Red table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press. I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me.
One of the most striking things about Will Smith's more recent interviews is how open he's been about his mental health. For years, people viewed him as this unshakable, smooth, successful guy. But in his interview with the Red Table Talk alongside his wife, Jada, he shared something that shocked many, that he had struggled with depression.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
Yeah.
We were purposely not saying anything.
He even revealed that after the success of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and later blockbuster films like Men in Black, he felt completely lost and disconnected from who he really was.
Me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
Will explained that he'd been carrying this heavy weight of always having to be the happy guy, the guy who never seemed to have problems. But behind the camera, he was going through his own struggles. There was this pressure to maintain an image, but deep down he was exhausted, overwhelmed, and unsure of his own path. Adele. Adele is one of those rare artists who doesn't just woo with her voice, but with her realness. When you think of her, you might picture the powerhouse vocals that made her famous, but what really sets Adele apart is how she lays bare the emotions behind the music. In her interviews, she's incredibly honest, not just about her music, but about the personal journey behind it.
For 30. It makes me think about how lost I was when I left my marriage. I wrote the verse to Easy on Me in the shower, then...
Let's start with the fact that Adele's music is practically synonymous with heartbreak. Songs like Someone Like You and Hello are undeniably emotional and raw, capturing the agony of lost love, longing, and self-reflection. But the reason these songs resonate with millions is that they're not just catchy, they're genuine. Adele's ability to share her heart through her lyrics and back it up with her interviews makes her music so powerful.
The song with the chorus as only an instrumental without the other chorus that we had in there. And I just started singing along to it, so it would have been at home. Would have been either in my kitchen or in my garden.
When she's talked about the inspirations behind her songs, Adele doesn't just tell us about the relationships or events that influenced her. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is one of those actors who's always been both larger than life and deeply private at the same time. He's had one of the most interesting and, at times, controversial careers in Hollywood, with an eclectic range of roles that made him a cultural icon. But what really sets him apart in interviews is his ability to show the raw side of fame, the darker, messier side that most people don't often get to see. Johnny Depp's rise to fame wasn't typical. He became a household name through roles like Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, but it wasn't long before he became known for his unpredictable and often mysterious persona. Depp interviews over the years have shown a man who's uncomfortable with the idea of being a star or a public figure.
Oh, it was great to come back and explore this story.
That's not what you told me.
I actually did the movie on a dare. I did.
He's always felt more like an outsider in the world of Hollywood, which is one of the reasons he's often distanced himself from the spotlight. In many of his interviews, Depp has discussed the difficulty of being constantly in the public eye, especially when it comes to the invasion of privacy and the scrutiny of his personal life. He's never been one to embrace the Hollywood image or play the part of the typical celebrity who loves being adored by fans. Emma Watson. Who can forget Emma Watson as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter series? But what really sets her apart from many other celebrities is her advocacy for women's rights and gender equality. In interviews, Emma has been an inspiring voice, not just about her career, but about using her platform to empower women and address the issues that matter most to her. She doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk with honesty, vulnerability, and a strong commitment to making the world a better place for women.
Women share this planet 50-50, and they are underrepresented, their potential astonishingly.
From a young age, Emma Watson has been vocal about her feminist beliefs. In her famous speech at the UN in 2014, when she was appointed as a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador, she addressed the need for gender equality and the importance of empowering young women to speak up for their rights.
It is my belief that there is a greater understanding than ever that women need to be equal participants in our homes, in our societies.
This wasn't just another celebrity speech. It was a call to action, and Emma's words resonated with millions of people worldwide. Emma's activism is rooted in her personal experiences as a woman growing up in a world where gender inequality still prevails. She has often spoken about how her own understanding of feminism evolved over time, especially as she began to realize how society often limits women's potential. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson has never been shy about his feelings on Twilight. In fact, he's probably the franchise's biggest critic. Over the years, he's roasted everything from the storyline to his own character, Edward Cullen. In one interview, he joked, "The more I read the script, the more I hated this guy."
It seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published.
Pattinson has talked about how strange it felt to be so publicly adored for a role that, at the time, he wasn't sure he was entirely comfortable with. Edward Cullen is the brooding, perfect vampire love interest, and while Pattinson's portrayal won over millions of fans, He has admitted that the role didn't exactly align with his personal acting preferences.
40 or 50 people, and he's like, you really shouldn't.
He's discussed how the fans' expectations of him to be this idealized version of a vampire were tough to live up to, and how in interviews, he often felt like he was just repeating lines that didn't fully reflect his personality. Pattinson wasn't initially thrilled with the concept of the role, and his honesty about his discomfort with Edward's idealized image made his reflections on Twilight more relatable for fans and viewers alike. Tom Holland. You know what we love about Tom Holland? He's one of Hollywood's youngest stars, yet he feels so down to earth. Like, how often do you see a guy playing Spider-Man who still comes across as genuinely humble?
Enslaved to this drink. Why am I so obsessed by the idea of having this drink?
Not often. Known for his infectious charm and genuine personality, Holland doesn't shy away from being honest about the challenges he's faced, including the pressures of fame. In interviews, Holland has been open about his anxiety and the struggles that come with living up to the expectations that accompany playing iconic characters. He's often spoken about how difficult it is to balance his personal life with his public persona, especially as a young actor who has grown up in the limelight. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's honesty in interviews has made her one of the most beloved and respected artists of her generation. From her raw discussions about mental health and self-acceptance to her candid reflections on the pressure of fame, Gaga has always been a champion of vulnerability. She's been open about her struggles with anxiety, depression, and the impact that fame has had on her personal life. In many of her interviews, she's shared the emotional toll that being in the public eye can take, especially when it comes to staying true to herself amidst constant scrutiny. Despite facing challenges, Lady Gaga has used her platform to promote messages of self-love, body positivity, and mental health awareness.
This incredible, intense pain throughout my entire body that mimicked, actually.
What stands out most about Gaga is how she combines her vulnerability with her immense strength. She has never let her personal struggles define her. Instead, she's used them as fuel to create music that resonates with millions. Through her authenticity. Dave Chappelle. You know what makes Dave Chappelle relatable? It's not just that he's funny, a lot of people are funny, it's that he's fearless. The guy will get headfirst into topics most people wouldn't even touch and somehow make us laugh while making us think. Race relations, social injustice, cancel culture. He doesn't shy away from any of it. How many comedians can do that and still hold a crowd's attention the way he does?
I had written a joke during the AIDS epidemic about having a Goodyear condom.
In interviews, Chappelle has often discussed the reasons behind his decision to walk away from one of the most successful comedy shows in television history.
I knew I was home. I knew I had found my thing. And my God, man.
He's been brutally honest about how the pressures of fame, the demands of the entertainment industry, and his own personal beliefs led him to step away from the spotlight. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves has earned a reputation as one of the most humble and gracious celebrities in Hollywood. Despite his fame, Reeves has consistently remained grounded, often speaking about the importance of kindness, authenticity, and maintaining a private life in a world that demands the opposite. In interviews, Keanu has been candid about his personal struggles, including the heartbreaking loss of his daughter and his longtime partner. Despite facing incredible pain, he has always been transparent about the lessons he's learned through hardship. Emma Stone. Emma Stone is one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, known for her raw talent, relatable personality, and authenticity both on and off screen. Her journey has been struggle for self-acceptance and the willingness to be vulnerable in front of the public eye. In interviews, Emma has been open about her early struggles with anxiety and how it shaped her personal and professional life.
Extraordinary to win Best Actress. Sorry, I'm a little caught on guard because I was absolutely expecting.
Growing up in the spotlight, she dealt with insecurities that many people can relate to, from concerns about her appearance to the overwhelming pressure of living up to expectations. However, Emma's approach has always been about embracing her imperfections rather than hiding them.
Play the part of a struggling actress, a great part that could have gone to any actual struggling actress, you know, like.
Beyond her personal struggles, Emma is also incredibly honest about the importance of using her platform for good. She has spoken out on issues like gender inequality in Hollywood, the need for more diverse roles for women, and the importance of supporting mental health awareness. And if you want to see more videos like this, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.